What's up, guys and girls? Welcome to today's edition of the Gripe Session. Now, before I get started, I've got some really good news and big news getting ready to happen. Well, for a long time, we've been talking about, or I've been talking about, let's be frank, about the podcast, right? I told you guys new episodes have been coming soon, and I continue to say it, and a bunch of you send me messages going, dude, you're full of it. Hey, we ain't seen nothing. Well, guess what? They're on their way. They were just recently uploaded within the last day or two. So if you haven't subscribed yet to the podcast, Gripe Session Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play. Yeah, that one too. But that being said, let's get into it. If you guys are watching live, do me a favor. On the comments below, hashtag live. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. Let's get into it now. So, I've kind of had enough. I've had enough of keeping my mouth shut, which for me is hard. Let's all be honest. I mean, it's very difficult for me to keep my mouth shut because I am an opinionated person. But here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. For the longest time, I've tried to keep my mouth shut. I've tried to just watch and not say anything. But I've had enough today. And why I've had enough is because of what I'm seeing all over the place in the news. Okay? And I'm, for lack of a better term, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of both sides essentially pandering to the far right and the far left. And let me tell you why I'm ticked off about it. There's this thing, it's called common sense, ladies and gentlemen. I've not just seen it in politics, unfortunately, but I've seen it in the private sector as well, where common sense is not so damn common. And the issues that I have span all over the place. One side is no more polarized than the other side. It's time to stop the madness. Okay? It's time to stop the madness. It's time to actually start doing stuff for people that affects people. Not just one side, but both sides. Ladies and gentlemen, there's always a happy medium. There's this thing, it's called, I don't know, because I get to do it every day of my life. It's called a negotiation. Okay? And people might be thinking I'm talking about the business and real estate and stuff like that. No, there's a negotiation that I have every single day with, quite frankly, my wife. Okay? So there are things that we have to do. And she might want to do one thing, and I have to do another thing. And sometimes it's called a negotiation, but in other times it's called working it out. Figuring out what I can live with and what they can live with. Okay? This is not rocket science, people. We talk to our kids about playing nice in the sandbox. Right? You ever heard that term before? Play nice in the sandbox? Well, that's fine. But you don't play nice in the sandbox by knocking somebody's ideas, especially when you don't do a damn thing to begin with. You're not accomplishing a damn thing except inflaming another side because you're not listening. Yeah, listen, I got these big car doors on the side of my head. I listen all the time to both sides, whether people think I do or not. And getting to the point of saying enough is enough. If this gripe session today can take anything from, if anybody on watching this can take anything from this gripe session, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to bring back positivity. I'm trying to bring back a working type of relationship to figure out how we help the most people possible. Period. End of story. It's not, well, because this guy wants to do this, we're going to do that. Because that doesn't help anybody. And all it does is it inflames the sides of both parties. So I implore you, share this video, comment below, tell me what you think. And again, I posted a political thing today. This is not just politics, ladies and gentlemen. This goes on in organizations. This goes on in industries. This goes on all over the place. Okay? The only way we get better as a people, as a industry, as a business, as a society, is if we listen to the other sides. Now, this sounds like a big, gigantic gripe, and it's not. This is more a call for common sense. For people to actually start using common sense. Everyone's got to win a little bit for us to all win. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. So for those of you that have watched today's session, again, I'm trying to keep them short. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Podcast is going to be out. I'm really thankful about that. I'm thankful to my buddy Rory Pitts for lighting a fire underneath my rear end, even though he didn't know he did it. And I got some real cool things getting ready to hit soon too. So I know I keep putting you guys on I'm dangling that string, but it'll be here soon enough. Thank you again for listening and watching. Again, watching it live, give me a hashtag live on the bottom, hashtag replay if you're watching this on the replay, and we'll catch you on the next edition of the Gripe Session. Stay peaceful. Peace.